Johnny. What's up, everybody?
Hey.
Hey guys! Oh my god.
What's up? All right, guys. So can you share this feed? Like and share this feed. Today we have a dope show. We got my homegirl, Pretty Ricky, over here.
Hey guys!
And
Pretty
you got
Ricky's
your
what they
cash
call
app
her.
hashtag on.
You absolutely right. They like, what's your name? Dollar sign Miss Pretty Ricky.
That's
Don't play with me.
it.
Please help me. Help me. No, I'm playing.
All right, guys, please like and share this feed. Like and share this feed. Have a dope. We're gonna laugh a lot today, actually, because she's hilarious. All right. So welcome to the episode of Winning on Purpose with myself and my co-host Salim Muhammad and the one and only international from coast to coast, from phone to phone, Miss Pretty Ricky. I need like an
That's
insert
not
clap
mine.
button.
That's not mine. I didn't write that. I did not write that.
All right, so Pretty Ricky. So we're so excited to have you. I've known you for at least about. You've been in my friend in my head for a while. You've been my head from my head because you was somebody. You're my best friend. So
Right.
that makes you my friend. You know.
Right. Right.
Uh,
Besties by association. I understand.
yeah. So I've known you for so many years, and it's been a blessing to be a part of your circle because you're naturally a giver. You're a blessing to so many others. Not just with your resources, with your heart, with your laughter, and you bring so much life to so many people. Every time it's around you, I know I'm gonna have a good time. I know I'm gonna laugh. All right, so Ricky, so we want to start off by saying, just tell us a little bit about yourself, Miss Pretty Ricky. What's your real name, first off?
Oh, my real name is Talithia.
Okay.
Everybody was
Hey,
like,
Talisa.
oh, first of all, before y'all start, like, oh my God, that's so ghetto. First of all, my name is Bible. It's in Mark 6. It means, I'm sorry, Mark 5. It means little girl, maiden of God.
Yes.
Oh, we have a little. Can't hear you. You good? Okay. You was going off. You was going
Right.
off
Listen, you right.
with Bible verses, and you was
Listen.
just going off.
I was. My bad. No, my bad. Somebody called my phone, so I put it on Do Not Disturb. That's my bad. My
Oh,
bad,
that's a good
dude.
thing for me too.
No, but my name is Little Girl, Maiden of God. Um, I got my stage name because my maiden name was Fountain, and I told my grandmother one day, like, "Hey, they make fun of me. They say Talithia Fountain Wardhead, and they all laughing at me." And she was like, "Those kids don't know what they talking about. You fancy. You go to school, you tell them that your name is Fontaine, like you fancy." I said, "Yeah, yeah." Yeah, I went to school and I was like, my name's Fontaine. And then Martin came out with the Pretty Ricky. And they was like, Pretty Ricky. I'm like, yeah. I just can't win. So I just went with it.
That's so cool. That's so cool. All right. So, how did you end up in comedy? Like, how did you even start that your road in comedy? Because that's what everybody wants to know. How did you become a comedian?
Okay, so first of all, you got to be. Can you curse on here?
Say it again.
Can you curse on here?
Just be
Have your way.
yourself. Whatever
Be
that. I
yourself.
mean, we have a church. Josh
You
has
you
a
was
church
like.
following no matter where he goes. So, church, ladies and gentlemen, just close your ears for a little while.
No, no, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. No, but I first of all, you have to be out of your mind to jump on stage, and be a comedian. Like, what's wrong with you? Why would you do these things? Uh, I was going through, and I'll tell you why. I was going through a divorce, and it was pretty. I took it pretty bad, and I didn't go outside, and I just was really really depressed. And my mom came over one day, and she was like, "I'm gonna take your dress. I'm gonna take you to a comedy show, cheer you up." So I'm like, "Okay." We go to the comedy show, and I'm like not impressed at all. Like, I could do this. Like, what are they doing? So my mother was like, a little fed up, like at my hostility attitude, and was like, "Well, if you could do so good, then do it." So I'm like, "All right, bro. Like, don't challenge me. Don't threaten me with a good time." The comedians came off the stage, and I was like, "Excuse me, I'm about to do this, so I just need to know what school y'all went to." And they were like, "School stage." Like, school stage. So somebody put me to the side and told me what to do. Hey, go try it out. Check out an open mic, and work your way up from there. Went to an open mic, and it was like you bring people to this particular show. So like maybe 25 of the people there are my friends. And it's only like 27 people there. So I'm there, I'm telling my little knock knock jokes because I don't even know if I like they were trash. The jokes were trash, but apparently I had energy, I had delivery, and one of the comedians that hosted, he pulled me to the side and was like, "Hey, how long you been doing this?" I was like, "Since right now," and he said, he said
1 minute ago,
right? Since this is now years old, you feel me? And he told me, you know what, come back. Like you have the gift, and we just gotta hone it and you gotta practice, work at it. From there, one of my family friends who was there because we had invited the whole world and 25 people showed up. Um, he came over and he came to me and was like, "Hey, like I really like I know you're funny because I'm natural. Well, you don't know, but I'm naturally funny. I've been the class clown my entire life." And he's like, we know you're naturally funny, but for you to get on stage and still have that same energy and you're able to convey and connect with the audience is that's a big deal. I'm gonna introduce you to my cousin. Now I've been in the business for a little while. I'm a singer. I used to sing at first, so now I'm not just a singer. I'm a singer, rapper, dancer, actress, comedian.
extraordinaire.
All of these things. Did you see my hair?
I did. I saw it. I saw it. It was the little part.
Thank you. Um, I'm so dumb. So all of these things happened. I went to go meet the cousin. Right. This is the second show of my life. Go meet the cousin, and when I get there, it's 500 people there at this show. I said, "Hello." First of all, this is my second show. First show was full of knock knock jokes, and it was 25 of my friends. So of course, you feel me, I was gonna be funny. This hair, I'ma die. I threw up inside of my own body several times. Got up on stage, ended up being well received, like instantly. Like my energy matched theirs. I was able to engage. I only had 5 minutes. I went up. I think no, I'm sorry. I had 7 minutes. Went up there, and I kind of remember one of these. It's like a Christmas joke that I did, but I switched it up and made it a little hood. Oh, I'm remembering the freaking joke. Anywho, I do this joke, whatever. It's hilarious. I leave with a bang, and I'm like, oh snap! I get off, and the cousin comes to me. He comes to talk to me. The cousin is Bob Sumner. I don't know if you guys know who Bob Sumner is, but he is responsible for the comedians on Def Jam.
Wow.
Right. And so he saw me and was blown away by my little stupid remix Christmas knock knock joke. And he took me under his wing, introduced me to so many people, and even Guy Tori. I opened for Guy on the road. Well, before the pandemic. So many different people. I was introduced to so many different, comedians and just so many producers, and it catapulted my career. I didn't even know I was going to have a career. So this is like, the whole thing was kind of crazy. Like, I was just BSing with y'all. I ain't know. Oh, okay, this is where it's at.
I'm a real artist. I'm a real artist right now.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Well, yes, I am a comedian.
That is phenomenal. So just to go a little bit back, a little backstory. What was your profession before comedy?
Oh God.
Like I know you said you sung and you danced. And you... So do we have to talk about that? Oh my goodness.
I was a social worker for the Division of Youth and Family Services. And I'll be honest, while the job is extremely challenging, and I mean, like, seriously, like, I believe triggered some of the health issues that I had. I felt like I was able to get through to a few people, and like, you can't match that. Money doesn't match that. So, and it wasn't even a money thing as to why I left. It was just like extremely, extremely draining. So I feel like I could reach more people with a bigger platform and the platform that I'm trying to build. And then I could then go back and advocate for my people and, try to create capital and things of that nature so my people aren't in the positions that they were in. Because, being in the system, a lot of times it's just really poverty. Like you're not, you make the decisions that you make aren't wise. There's a cycle. So this is what this is all And if you had, more resources to see and view and know that there are different choices out here, maybe you wouldn't choose the latter. So that's
That's
my take on
cool.
that. Sorry to be a Debbie Downer.
No, it got real. The energy got real.
It
Energy
did.
got real up.
It did. No,
That's how I feel about going back to
listen,
work
see,
in
I'm very
September. I don't
passionate.
know.
I'm very passionate about our families and
Yeah.
especially the youth because man, look at what's going on in society today. Like, I'm very, very first of all, I'm very, very proud of all of the new millennials and everybody that's out here like standing up for justice and like I am extremely proud. I didn't even know y'all had it in y'all. I thought y'all was a little slow. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I thought
That's slow.
some of y'all came from not all y'all, not everybody. I just listen. Hey, wait, what we doing? I thought, but y'all, I'm proud of you. Come on, I'm proud of y'all. Okay, what else we talking about?
But what's cool? Just kind of switching gears. What I thought was dope, where with everything going with Black Lives Matter, you did use your platform to really talk about it. So how do you feel as an artist as it relates to the social injustice? What role do you feel as your platform plays in really advocacy?
That's a great question because I honestly questioned myself. As a comedian, it's like, okay, cool, we invoke humor and, we bring laughter and light to darkness, but I wasn't feeling like I was in the right place. You know what I mean? So I was like, how can I, where do I fit in? How can I help out? I can't protest. Not that I can't. Not protest. I'm sorry. I do protest. I can't. I'm not a marcher.
Never know.
I'm not. I would like to
Yeah.
do that. I think that's so dope, and I would like to. I am going to go out one day and march and protest and things of that nature. Physically, it's not okay for me. It's not wise. And I have certain beliefs about it as well. But I love it. I think it's beautiful. I love seeing it happening globally. I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing. I think for me, what I am trying to do and what I'm working on, not what I'm trying to do, what I'm doing and working on is helping the youth with financial literacy because that is something
Mm.
that I have struggled with my whole life. My mom, her mom, you know what I mean? And we've had said issues and I don't want that for my child. So we're already, or for my children, we're already, getting the ball rolling with different programs that we're creating and things of that nature. So I'm going to hit it from a different aspect and there are other things that are in the works that I'm not at liberty to discuss just yet. But
Come on, popular.
man,
Come on,
I
global.
have vision. So God told me, hey, use your gift. You know what I mean? You have
Yeah.
vision. You have the ability to chime in and jump in and talk to people and blah 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 blah. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going at a different route.
But it's a good point that you make that up because a lot of times too, in our society, it's frowned upon if you don't do everything the way everybody else expects you to.
Right.
Protesting is good, but that's not the only way because a lot of when you really think about it, the way you really make change is by having money. So money talks. At the end of the day, if you don't have green, your voice has. You can be on social media talking. That's good, but when you have money, money makes a bigger impact in a lot of cases. So when you're able to really teach young people about money, they can back up their words with their pocket because that's how you get
Right.
people into office. That's how
Absolutely.
you get community centers and to really teach and
Absolutely.
really help our community grow fast. I thought that was a really good point.
You know what? I This is something that I'm trying to figure out how to do. I was talking to my boyfriend, and like we both came from the hood or whatever, and moved on up, so to speak. And when you break that down, what does that even look like? So I was
Mm,
saying, we move into these neighborhoods for the school system,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what I mean, and for so that our kids are allotted certain luxuries and things of that nature. And I feel like sometimes we might be doing them a disservice. I think
yeah.
there are classes, you know what I mean, like okay, I'm not going to live in a project, you know what I mean, I'm going to move to a place where other like-minded people are. Not for nothing, not saying that others aren't welcome in our community, but I think it would be wise and smart to invest in our own. So scouts come out now to see Jamal play when Jamal was from Plainfield, right? But he left that school district so that he can be in Scotch Plains or somewhere or another. You know what I mean? So that he can, get a better education. And they don't teach us about us. I know some kids that don't even know who Harriet. You don't know Harriet Tubman, bro. That's I know you don't know John Lewis. You don't know Harriet, bro. You don't know Harriet Tubman. They ain't teach you about that. They ain't saying, you know what I mean? So I feel like we need to not start. We are so behind that we have to go at it so many different angles. We have to hit it simultaneously from here to here. You know what I mean? And so I'm really seriously trying to figure out what that looks like and how we can get the ball rolling and create programs and just get the word out. I might not necessarily be the smartest. I have vision. And I think the smartest thing about me is that I know that I'm not the smartest. So I reach out to others and I commune and you know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm definitely down to help you with that, Ricky. Definitely down because it's crazy because I'm down to help you with that because I teach and I've taught in Jersey City, I've taught in I taught in Roselle, and now in the suburban school district, and it's very true because when you look at a lot of African American kids,
I'm getting
in the
feedback. Is
suburb.
that me? Do you hear that?
I hear feedback too.
Stop. Yeah, it's coming
From
from you.
that, you sure? Right now? Okay, let me take these out. Hello? Hold on.
You started it.
Wait, I didn't close it out. No, it's cool. Let me take these out.
We can't hear you at all now. Your mic's on mute.
Yeah, I see it now. That's why the whole time it was working. You consider hear the feedback?
It's a little staticky. I think you can go ahead and it probably will stop.
Oh, okay. I think something that's really important.
Actually, no, it picked up.
Hold on. Yeah, you go ahead and continue. I'll chime back in.
So I think another thing for the aspect of that we didn't start at slavery. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times slavery is taught in school and how, segregation happened and everything like that. But I think a lot of times what people are teaching now to their children outside of school is Black pride. Like how we came from kings and queens, like how we came from a whole nation outside of the U.S. Because if we don't teach our children, who's going to teach them? We can't kind of leave it up to the school district to teach them because what they want to teach them about is slavery. And for whatever reason, whether that's intentional or not, yeah, I'm not saying that they only want to teach them about slavery. No. I'm saying that's where they want to start the story.
No, absolutely. Well, what I am saying is what I would like to do is change that narrative altogether where we don't just learn about, American history or you know what I mean? No, we're learning the global history.
Right.
Hey, because we are a melting pot. Everybody's from everywhere. How unfair is it to only teach American history? And then if you are in a school called Martin Luther King or Malcolm X Boulevard, we still going with the Christopher Columbus story? That's what we
Right. We still telling that one?
That's what. So we need to revamp. We need to revamp the system altogether. We feed our children prison food.
Yeah, that's true.
For lunch.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? We're marching and protesting this and third. They taking our tax dollars and doing whatever. Oh no. No.
Yeah.
And because we're so busy worrying about this or like we're unconcerned and well dressed. We dress it nicely.
Yeah. And I think your avenue with being a comedian, like everybody has that laughter as a national language. You know what I mean? Like everybody smiles and laughs together, whether they know what's like laughing can be infectious. You know what I mean? So even coming from that platform of being a comedian can definitely break some of those barriers where people that don't look like each other can come together and definitely work together. With that being said, what are some comedians that have inspired you? As you are, as your career is growing and as you're in this industry, what are some comedians that inspire you?
It is so crazy that you said that because as you're going, I wanted to chime in, but I was like, no, let her talk because I had been talking, talking, talking. Um, I was just thinking to say to you that I was totally inspired by Dave Chappelle's special during the
Oh
pandemic.
yes, yeah,
That was good. Yeah.
I
that was
was
good.
blown away. I mean, when I tell you I've always been a Dave Chappelle fan, like I just love that he doesn't care, he crosses boundaries. He is free, and I wish I could be that free. I can't wait until I have my voice totally, and I could be that free on stage. For him to get up on stage and talk
Mm.
about social injustice the way he did, and how he took you on a roller coaster ride, and it did not matter what you wanted to do. You can't get off this roller coaster. Put your seatbelt on. Let's go. And that's
Buckle
literally how I
up.
felt. So no, seriously, like I didn't want to go down where he was going. I was like, oh no, I thought he was going to cheer us up, and then he went over there. I was like, ooh, and then he went over. I was, oh my, and then we went up. We laughed. We came back down, and then we eased right on. And I said that was beautiful. It was the transitions were genius, and he is one of he's the GOAT. I love Kevin Hart because he's a family guy and he talks about family stuff. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it book. I feel like he's lost some edge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
I can't wait till he gets that back. I thought the accident was gonna. Unfortunately, I wish that didn't happen to him. Please don't get me wrong, but when you go through something, you there's a new something. There's a new edge, or there's a new something. I thought that would like bring his edge back, but no. So we'll see
Well,
what
so
happens with that.
question about that, Ricky. So, as an artist, is this
Mm.
feedback or no? We good?
It's still staticky.
But it's
Okay.
not
So,
as bad as it was. It's not as bad.
okay, yeah. So, being an artist who deals with different platforms, speaking of like things like Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle, and when it relates to your point of view, how do you develop your freedom of speech as a comedian and be okay with creating your audience?
Right.
And be okay with what?
Your
Creating your
audience, like you
audience.
gave 2 points. So you said, for example, is like Kev is more of a family guy, and his edge is different from when he first came out. And thinking about people like Dave Chappelle and other comedians, as a comedian, how do you really start to shape and hone in on your audience so you can really kind of flow the way you want to flow and still appeal to the crowd you need to appeal to?
I honestly think this is just my. These are my thoughts. I think that first of all, if you're funny, right? That's cool.
Yeah.
When you get on stage, it's a different funny. And I'm talking about when you're stage funny, you're funny. Not that I'm new, I'm trying comedy. No. We've already established that you are a stand up. You do good. You rock with the audience. You engage. For me personally, I think that life happens, right? That's what my art is. My art is life. People ask me all the time,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, who writes for you? Do you write for yourself?" No, God does, because clearly
That's
I
good.
embellish some of this stuff, and it is from my perspective. But I think the reason that I am relatable, or the reason that I can engage with audiences, is because I'm organically me. Like, this is seriously me, and it took me some time to get to me.
Hmm.
I still honestly don't think I'm fully at me yet.
Wow.
But it's a part of. I've been doing it for 10. Oh my gosh, it'll be 11 years in September.
Wow.
Um,
Wow, congratulations.
That's so dope.
Thank you. I'm excited about that. Yeah, no, and full time 5 years.
Wow.
Full time
That's
5 years.
dope.
I stepped away from my job 5 years ago. Wow, this month.
So
Wow.
even with
Okay.
stepping away from your job,
Congratulations.
that's
Thank
so
you.
dope.
I'm
That's so dope.
excited.
That's so dope. So
I'm
with Ricky,
excited.
with just stepping away from your job, that's a big step. So as an entrepreneur, everyone's question is, when do I do this full time?
Right.
So as an artist and as an entrepreneur, because you are your brand, you are funny, but you're a businesswoman at the same time too. How did you establish it's time for me to leave, and then also all the facts of you going from Jersey, and that's a whole other story, from Jersey all the way to LA. Like let's talk about that.
Okay. So God is who He is. He's the best provider, the best planner, all this, that, and the third. So he had been setting me up for this big LA move since forever. I mean, he was so relentless. I was like, God, can you calm down? Like you're doing a lot today. Like, like my phone would like, I would go check the weather and it'll be like Jersey, 32 degrees, LA, 84. I'm like, nobody asked you. I'm cool over here. Like I'm shoveling my snow. I don't need to know what they're doing in LA. God, relax. I would go out to LA. I would visit LA, and people would often say, "Oh man, when you coming over here? When you moving over here?" I was very, very afraid because I have children. But when I was a youngster or whatever, I went to college and I went to school in Ohio. I didn't know anybody out there, and so I feel like that move helped prepare me for the move from LA to Jersey. I mean, it was still hard, but I knew that I had the galls and the balls to go after what I wanted.
Wow.
The reason I stepped away from my job, for me, I don't know if anybody is into astrology or anything like that, but I feel like I'm a true Capricorn. And we will work 1,800 jobs. Like I have been literally working since I'm 13 years old, like a real job. Like, and at 16, I literally had 3 jobs. Like from 16 to like maybe 18, I had 3 jobs. No bull. Like I was in school, in the gospel choir. I was a cheerleader. I was homecoming queen. I had 3 jobs. How? I don't know. Don't worry about that. But like, so for me to quit a job, you have 3 job, man. That's all you have. You're lazy, them. I can't believe I quit a job. I got sick on my job. My job was very, very, very stressful. Um, and uh, I had a stroke, or what my first
Wow.
stroke, right? And I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I was out of work for like I don't know how long, for like ever. I got back on my feet, got it back together, and went back to work. But I was still working and doing comedy at the same time, doing it. And I'll never forget, crazy. I was out on leave because it got the better of me, and I had to be. I was supposed to be hospitalized, but I asked the doctor, like, can we do anything? Like, what can we do to, like, I didn't want to miss. There were 2 events that I didn't want to miss. One of them was Black Girls Rock. I had like an IV bag at the after party at Black Girls Rock. Like, all right, this is awesome. Like, right. Like, I was that driven, that motivated to, like, all right, I'm gonna get some of this good energy. You know what I mean? And the doctor said to me in this visit, he said, for me to go back to work, I was getting ready to go back to work. He says, look, I can't tell you what to do, but if you were wise, you would spend your energy, you know, cautiously, because this disease progresses. And once you lose whatever you lose, 9 times out of 10, you don't regain. And so he says, you being a comedian and working at the same time, that's not smart. Choose one. What do you choose? Do you know it took so much for me to choose me? Like, I feel like that's how programmed we are, into this system that they thrust upon us. Like, are you serious? Like, it took how long for you? It took me, like, I cried, I fasted, I prayed. God was like, why are you even praying to me? Because I already told you to go to LA 2 years ago with your dumb self. Right. So needless to say, it took me a little long to get God's message, but I ended up quitting my job. I walked back in, and I thank God for Jesus, because I walked in and they tried to ambush me. Like, some people there were jealous and envious of what I had going on. Like, oh, she posted pictures at Black Girls Rock, but she out on leave. Like, you don't even know. You have no idea what I go through, or what I'm going through, or just how driven I am, or just how, and I would never do nothing like that to none of y'all. Like, what? I came in and they tried to, like, give me all these cases, and I was like, oh, y'all can give me what you want, but I sat right at my desk. Here you go, on y'all paper, on y'all time, print. And that was that. Like, I walked away and never looked back at that job. Like, I have family from that job, and I love, and I talk to every day. And I see some of my kids have grown and all of that, and they're awesome. I'm grateful for that season in my life. But moving forward, here we are. And please, I don't know if your listeners know this or not, but please understand that being an entrepreneur is awful. It is so awful and glorious at the same time. It is. It really is. I don't know how to explain it. There's literally no gray area. It is mind-boggling and also amazing. So Be passionate
Mhm.
about what it is you're going after.
That's phenomenal. I mean, just the strength and courage to not only persevere through health challenges, but to move all the way across the country while doing so. And you made a good point about choosing you. That is
Yeah.
that's so courageous because I think a lot of times what we think about is what's the responsible thing to do or what does society say that we should be doing at age blah blah blah. What does society say that we should be doing after we graduate high school, after we graduate college, or whatever we decide to do? What does society say about having a 9 to 5 and then really falling in love with your purpose and in love with yourself in the process? So I want to give you definitely a kudos for doing that, not only moving across the country, but being courageous enough to say yes to you, what God has for your life and for your purpose to just live that out and live that out loud. So
Right.
definitely kudos to you on that one. So with your
Well, I'm
health
glad you
challenge,
said that because we need to say this real quick. Make sure that you are in tune and aligned with God before you make
what
any move. Don't be dumb.
Yes.
Because I've
that,
seen like people like, oh, I'm gonna be in the quiet, and I'm like, oh, did you talk to God about that? Because your notes say that you did. All right, keep going. I'm sorry. What else did you say?
yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely something that you can't just like jump out there and do. The signs will come. You don't have to go searching for the signs. Just like
Right.
people are like,
Yeah, that's
oh
true.
well, this is a sign that I have to leave because my boss is talking trash to me. Maybe you did
No,
something
dummy,
wrong
that's
at
a
your job.
sign.
Like,
Yeah.
That's a sign
let's
that you need to
evaluate
get your
that
life
first.
together.
Let's evaluate that first. But with that being said, I mean, I'm a nutritionist, and I know that health challenges can be very overwhelming just in your day to day. But then pursuing a whole new career with that, how have you balanced your health and wellness with your schedule? As far as like traveling and doing shows and things like that. I know COVID kind of like has people sitting down at the moment, but I'm for sure prior to COVID you were running rampant.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My biggest enemy is myself,
Mm.
and I can be such a me committing. Like I'll go full throttle. I'm awesome. I'm great. Everything's awesome, and then pizza. Oh man, I'm not vegan anymore. So they have vegan pizza. I ain't seen it. I saw that one. So um, no, but in all seriousness, I made major changes, like life changing things. Like I'm very hands on with everything I do. I'm a Capricorn, so nobody does anything better than me. So I have to do everything.
Let them know.
Everybody move out of my way. I'm the writer, the producer, we are the Tyler Perry of signs.
The
You know what I
zodiac
mean? Like we're
signs.
gonna do everything. You know what I mean? And so that had to stop. That's kind of funny. Y'all right
Because he
with
does
that.
everything. No, you're right. He does everything. He makes
He does
music too with the
everything.
little mic
Right.
hanging out.
Tyler Perry, Jesus, the Father, and the Holy Ghost. Like you gonna be everybody. Sit down, bro. Like let somebody else do that. Anyway. All right, get the analogy, guys. Don't have the people come in here like she called Tyler Perry guy. Not like that. I hate that. Anyway, you're gonna have one. Shut up, y'all. I'm just messing around. Anywho, I learned to say no, and not only to other people. It's an everyday thing. Learning to say no to me too.
Yeah.
Like, no, you can do a load of laundry tomorrow. You're tired. Sit down. Um, eating is tricky for me because my appetite is weird. So sometimes I don't have an appetite, and I have to do things to create one. So that gets a little tricky for me. But other than that, I don't eat meat.
Yeah.
If I do, it'll be a piece of salmon once in a blue moon. I just made some changes. Just some, I stay active. Um, I preserve myself. Like if I don't have to walk here, I chill out, relax. Certain things trigger. I learn my triggers. It's there's no one way to figure it out. And so being on the road, I have to be extra cautious.
Mm.
Sometimes I have to fly in the day before, or enough time in that I would be able to go take a nap, juice, vitamin, bring it back. All right, we good, and then the next day, phone's on do not disturb for a little bit. And people think I'm being funny or being distant, and it's not necessarily that. I'm at work and I have to preserve, and so sometimes that doesn't include everybody. And I'm okay with people and their feelings hurt. Talk to me, and I will let you know. Hey, this is what it is. I love you. I love
Yeah, and you do that.
you.
You
From
do well at
afar.
that too. Yeah. No, I think you do really well at that too, because I'll be on that do not serve list too sometimes. But I just call you back again. No, but I think it's cool that you do that because even too, a lot of times people see you on the outside as you're always active, but they don't realize that hey, I'm resting too, and I'm respecting the fact that I need to rest because as artists, if you keep running yourself, eventually that oil that's on your life dries up because you don't give you the time to replenish and energize back up again. So I think that's a really good point too. And I think with us, Halim and I, we've been talking about that before this conversation about, hey, we only want to work a couple days out the week and enjoy the rest of our week because, and that energy, I want to put my energy here, but pause and enjoy life because a lot of times, a lot of entrepreneurs don't get a chance to enjoy life because they choose business over living, and
And
business is not your life.
yeah, and then
I
sometimes with the entrepreneur role is that people equate booked and busy to profitable, and
Yes,
those two things don't equate.
not at
You
all.
can be
necessarily
running around here like a chicken with your head cut off and have
yeah,
$0 in your bank account.
right.
You could be chilling
And
at
no
home
direction.
and be fine in your bank account. So I think that we really have to change the narrative of entrepreneurship as like hustle, 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 hustle. I gotta be hustling,
No,
hustling,
be
hustling, hustling,
smart.
hustling. Be smart, be smart. Definitely,
You
definitely.
know what? It took me, I don't know how many years of my life to figure that part out. Like it's an everyday thing. I'm evolving
Yeah.
every day. And
Mm-hmm.
so that was something I had to like talk to myself about. Like I told y'all, I've been working literally since I'm 10 years old. Like no baloney. Like I could pay a bill at 10.
Yeah.
Like I was
Come on here,
making
baller. Come here,
a couple
boss.
of dollars.
Let me owe
I have
$20.
right, right. But without being smart, without having financial literacy, without having, you know what I mean, somebody to show me the way, or for me to even figure it out myself.
Right.
What did that do? So I hustled and made all this money and did what with it? So
Right.
let's be smart. Let's
That's good.
let's hustle smart. You know what I mean? Like that makes more sense. Hustle hard. No, no,
That's
thank you. We've shown it. What was the year? 1856. Was that the year? 65. One of the years. I don't know. I got
Right.
sclerosis numbers do weird
Gotta go
stuff
back
for
to my
me.
calculator. My
But we've
calendar.
shown that we can work really hard. Your
Right.
turn.
yeah.
Right.
That's such a good point. So, Ricky, going back to social media. All right. So, how important is it to manage your social media in your area of expertise as a comedian? That face.
Oh gosh, I feel like I don't do a good job at it. I feel like I did at one point in time. I was on fire, and then my momentum slowed, and life got a little different for me. And I got multiple sclerosis. These are all my excuses. I need to get myself together. It's very important because we are in the day and age of social media. So if you are a business minded person, or you have a business or brand yourself properly. I'm talking as I minister to you. I minister to myself. How you doing? I wrote that by myself. Nobody helped me.
And Donald wrote that too. Y'all both wrote the same song. You and Donald.
We're something like twins. You see my hair. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
So yeah,
Are we done?
it's so
Is it
funny.
over?
I was gonna ask
Tag
you
you
how
in.
you
Tag
came
you
up.
in. Tag.
I was gonna ask you how you came up with that accent in your video. I was just like scrolling the last couple of days. I just been like scrolling through your Instagram, like cracking up.
Something's wrong. I'm gonna do better on Instagram. Man, the COVID ain't making no better. I was like, oh, we gonna be in here. I'm gonna be watch what I do now. Oh, I'm gonna have all these videos, all these characters. My kids were like, you think that's what you believe? We want you to make snacks from scratch. Now we want food snacks from scratch. I'm like, I don't know how. Help. Josh, come over here, help me. I don't know what I'm doing.
They
We
might
want
can't
you
eat
to
the
be an
snacks we make.
educator. I don't know how to read. That's right.
That's
When I
funny.
read, I put my finger underneath the words and I say it out loud.
But speaking of like when you did shows, So I know social media, you really can't like you can interact with the audience, but when you did like live shows, how would you gauge the audience? Like as far as like to flow through your, I mean, everybody writes something pre-advanced, or some people just like wing it the day of, but usually they have like go-to jokes or they have jokes that they have in mind to tell. How do you really gauge the audience to keep them engaged and then also, keep your flow going?
Um, I tell comedians this all the time, like some new comedians or like if we're at writing sessions and things like that. My biggest thing is being. I guess you can be relatable, but sometimes you won't relate to everybody, so that's not necessarily a major thing. I think being honest is people can read you. You know, if somebody get up there, I went downstairs the other day and I got mad. No, you didn't. You lying. You feel me? Like, so I'm already like, I'm not connecting with you. You're, first of all, he's a liar, and I don't want to hear anything else he has to say. You know what I mean? So, be organic, be true to self. Somebody is gonna like you. Not everybody will like you. Sometimes there are people in the audience that just be like, they just want to see you fail, and I don't know why they don't like you. I don't know. It's not. You know what? And I realize it's not my job to find out why you don't like me. Cause I'm gonna kick you with these other 499. I'm not Jesus. I'm not going back for you. If you come along, then cool. That's cool. If you not, stay over there. The one sheep. We gonna kick it over here at 99. And so I do that. I have fun with people. Like I really talk to people and like seriously, like you my cousin, you my black cousin. Like, why you wear that shirt today? That is different. Who told you this whole table came with you? None of them love you. Like this is a thing, Like I talk to them, we have fun. I have icebreakers. I have crowd participation. I have this energy that you can see and feel over the phone. That like is infectious. And one time somebody said it to me, like, you know what, Ricky, you ain't the funniest. I was like, well, thank you. They said, but you have this energy that is unmatched. And that to the people. People want that. They need that. And I took that and ran with it. So you have to find you. You have to find your voice. You have to find your gift. What is going to connect you to this audience? I did a show in Atlanta. I did this room in Atlanta, and I could not figure this room out to save my life. I have jokes for everybody, all the cultures. I'm just that kind of person. Like, we all put your seatbelts on. We're gonna have fun. You know what I mean? Like I aspire to be that type of comedian. I went to this room and I could not figure the room out for nothing. So I want to say maybe we had 3 more shows left. We had already done like 3 or 4, and I'm already defeated before I go up there. But before I go up there, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna change my song, and I'm gonna go up to Annie Up because Annie Up does something for my spirit. You feel me? And I don't care to Annie Up. So they put Annie Up on, and I went up to Annie Up, and I literally didn't care, and they loved me immediately. I was like, I cared too much, Atlanta. So y'all wanted me not to. Okay, y'all should have just said that. And we had fun. The rest of the time I'm there, I went up to India and I didn't care, and they loved me. So like I don't know, it's so weird. You have to figure it out. Figure out who you talking to, who you rocking with, and then also figure out who you are. Like around my cousin Josh, I might be a little bit different than around my cousin Shamika. You know what I mean? Like me and Shamika, we kick it like this. But me and Josh, we kick it like this. So, but does that make me, you know what I mean? Not true to me? No. This is how I vibe with this person, and this is how I vibe with it. So that's how I treat my audiences. Like, these my cousins from down south. You know, they kick it a little bit different than my cousins from New York. You feel me? Or my white cousins. Because, we got a little white. Or my Indian. So that's just how I treat it.
That's
a good perspective.
Did I do too much?
Say it again?
No, I was saying that's a good perspective.
Did I do too much? Oh,
no, and that's cool. And I think too, as an artist, you have to perfect yourself, but at the same time too, don't put so much emphasis on caring what people think about you. Because you're an artist, and your art form is your art form. And it may not be for you, and that's cool too. But I still have artwork for other people to do it. So also talking about that.
That's a tricky line, though, Josh.
Okay, what happened?
Because that's a tricky line because you could be putting out trash, and that's why they're not rocking with you. I mean,
That's facts. That's facts though.
No, because I dealt with this singer, right? And so cool, and this and the third. He's like, I don't know why people hating on me. I was like, yeah, they hating on you, politics, and this and the third. And I heard his song. I was like, I don't know how to tell this. Man, it's not the people, it's you. Oh my Jesus Christ! Like I don't know. Let me stop. See, what time is this over? Because y'all got me on here playing.
We got like two more, or maybe three.
I'm messing with y'all. Go ahead, right?
Okay, because I know you booked and busy, So look, and Corona, you booked and busy. So,
but Josh, even before going to the next thing, I think it's important, like as Josh and I do with one another, and I'm for sure everybody has this in their friend circle. And some people don't have it where they are constantly putting out trash and they thinking people are hating on them. But it's good to have friends that can give you that constructive criticism. That can tell you, okay, you're not trash per se. The body of work that you just put out was trash. But let's work on it and let's see what we can do to get it better. You know what I mean? Or maybe that's not your lane.
There we go. Or maybe Sister Margaret with the refrigerator shoulders, maybe God didn't call you to be a praise dancer. You're 431. Why don't you try something else? Well, maybe children's ministry. I don't know. Let's talk to God. Let's go to God and pray and see what it is He has for you. That's not your lane, Sister Margaret. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
So I keep these people in my. When I tell y'all, I keep people like this in my circle.
Right.
If you don't operate like this, I can't rock with you. If I can't check you, you can't check me. I don't rock with you.
Right.
That's true.
That's it. If you're not evolving, you're not in my. I'm cool with you. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Hey, your mother, that's cool. Oh my God, girl, you look so good. That's it. That's all you get. You get the superficial friendship. There's levels to friendship. You feel me?
Right.
Some of y'all my family. Some of y'all my. You know what I mean? So if you can't check somebody, bro, you please get away from me. I could never.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I have friends that are professional checkers. I am too. Because you know what it is?
People hate
because I care a lot. But because I really care about you, and I don't be laughing at you or talking about you or doing you wrong.
Behind your back
at home.
Right.
Yeah. And even too in the good times.
DM you, sis. Hey, yo, sis. This post was a little bit da-da-da-da-da. But, I ain't going to say it in your comment section, start no fight. Da-da-da. But come here, let me talk to you. Let me fix your crown right quick.
Yeah.
Some sisters will block you because they're not really your sisters. And then when you see them in the public, hey, how you doing? That's cool. Keep it pushing. You know what I mean? Right. And then there'll be others that'll be receptive. I have people that check me all, like, I got famous people that check me. Be in my DM. Take it down. All right. And we're deleting. I was literally checking this now. My mom hit me up. Da-da-da-da. Okay. And I see where I didn't see it at first, but now I see where you may have a point there.
Where you can edit yourself.
Next time. Right. And then it's the change.
Yes, edit yourself. Yes.
Right. It's not the words. It's the change. It's the words followed by change behavior.
Right.
So,
that's true.
I don't know.
That's
if
true.
you don't rock like that, if you don't operate like that, you gotta move, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
That's good. That's good. So now, as a comedian, as an artist, so what has been your biggest accomplishment and your biggest challenge?
My biggest accomplishment. I don't know if this was an accomplishment per se. Okay.
Because you famous. You famous.
I don't know how to. I don't know.
Well, just in general, whole spectrum.
I don't know.
Because it doesn't have to always be about your artistry too.
My biggest accomplishment, I think, to date is that my daughter graduated high school and we did it together, and I was a mom on the road. That was. I was
Go Jada.
Successful mom on the road, and I was able to be a role model to my daughter. And I was like, it's so many. It was so loaded because we had to leave LA because of her, because of my daughter, and because of schooling and just support and things of that nature. So I left and was still able to keep it going and continue on and continue to thrive. Thank God. And my daughter is successful. I love her spirit. I love her heart. I think her soul and her mind are.
She's hilarious. She's hilarious.
And that's the and she's so dumb. I love her. I did not always. I always loved her forever. She's such a sweet soul. I didn't like her from about, I think it was like 10 and a half to like 15 and a half. Straight. It might have been like 4 or 5 days in between those years that I liked her. It might have been like Christmas or a birthday or something like that. But like straight didn't like her. But I think that being a mom and a single mom at one point, that was very difficult to pick up and move to LA and do all these different things. And she is successfully, we literally just went to pick up her college schedule. So I'm just like, oh my God, you better shut up. Look at you just so,
where's she going to school at?
What was the other part of the question? Because it was the AB part.
Biggest challenge.
I said, where's Jada going to school at?
Oh, my biggest challenge. I said it, so it was all loaded. Oh, she's staying home.
No, I said, where's Jada going to college at?
She's staying in state.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of her. Yeah, and I
like
think
her.
that's
She's smart.
dope too.
She got it's free. Everything. I like her. She's smart. She wants to stay in state. She wants to figure it all out. I like it. What did you say, Josh? You said something smart?
Dope. That's dope.
Josh is going in and out a little bit right now.
No, I didn't. I was actually with the screen, so it's like it's a little crazy challenges over here.
Yeah.
That's why I keep looking at one screen
You're
with
giving me
y'all
Teddy
talking.
vibes. I don't want to put your business out there.
What you say?
I mean, he want to, maybe we can blame the sound person that you got behind the scenes. I don't know.
Oh,
But if you,
this is what I don't know this time.
if you
I don't know
could
this
give a
time.
piece of advice, if we could go, like, we can reverse the clock and we can go talk to Miss Pretty Ricky as a teenager, go back in the day and talk to her, what advice would you give her?
Myself back in the day?
Yeah, your younger self.
Stack money. I'm sorry. Can I say that? Stack money, like go to listen. Them business courses, them this, that, and the third. Like go talk to them. Listen, it would be that. That would be like a major thing, and don't be afraid to fail, because it took a lot for me to figure that part out.
That's good. That's important, because I think failure is a part of the journey. People want to take the elevator to success, and there's no such thing. There's no elevator. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. You gotta take the stairs.
The long way. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right.
So now, what's next for your journey? What's next for Pretty Ricky out here in the streets?
I don't know. We gotta talk to God. You ask the Lord. I tell you what I envision for myself. I got the writer's hat on. I've been writing, so producing, directing. I want to go in that vein. I also want to, like I said, get back to the youth, and there are a few projects that I'm working on with regards to that. That's really all that's hard.
That's phenomenal. I think that's gonna be amazing. Especially with the advice you had for your younger self, because I think a lot of times, especially people in business, if they could have the idea or the business mind that they have now, back then, they would be a beast now. A beast. I'm speaking for myself as well. Like, I would be a beast. But we have
what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to put that in our youth.
Right. And not sit on it. And that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing.
I started with my own. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't realize I was planting seeds. But my daughter got accepted to every school she at. She
out here in these streets.
Yeah, every school she applied for. Thank you. I'm rainfall. Every school she applied for, she had 3.7. I said, where you going? She said, I'm going where I could get the most bang for my buck. And I was like, but you don't want it now, cool.
Right.
Money says you do. I said, yes, turn it up. I want to invest. I want this. I want what? Who are you? I love it.
That's good.
That's so cool. Yeah, I definitely want to work with you on something Pretty Ricky too, as well as helping the youth, because that's what I do already.
True.
And I think it's so cool
because hear what you're saying, but your face.
What?
Oh, we can hear you. They can hear him.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, I'm using like my iPad plus this monitor, so it's a lot going on.
Yeah, but they can hear them. They can hear them.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, hold on.
You good. You good. You good.
Okay. So I think it's cool. I don't know if you can read my lips, but
he's
anyway.
trying to say he thinks it's cool. He definitely wants to work with you. We're definitely gonna be working with you moving forward with that.
Yes, let's plan a project for the future generation.
Yes, yes.
Hold on, you got.
I hate it here. I hate it here.
So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We want to thank you so much, Miss Pretty Ricky. Definitely hit her up on her. You see what she got on. You see what she got on the bottom of the screen.
Yes,
Hit
cash
her up,
that more person.
leave her love offering. Thank you so much for all that you have brought to the conversation today, all that you are bringing to the world. I can definitely see your energy, that it just exudes through everything. Like, I've never met you a day in my life, but I definitely feel your energy. I know that you're a great person. You're going to do phenomenal things in the world. So we appreciate you so much for being on today, and much success. Like Josh said, we'll definitely be reaching out to you with helping with the youth, because that's what I love to do as well. Just help people learn. Because
say that we should connect.
Yes, okay. Definitely. Thank you so much, and tune in next week for another episode of Winning on Purpose. Go ahead, Miss Frederici. Send us out. Oh wait, hold on. Where can they find you on social media? Let's give you social media tag.
Is that Cash App?
Oh, Miss Frederici. Okay.
That's the Cash App. That's the
Cash App. That's the Instagram. You want to book her?
Whatever.
Right. Get her. I love it. Have a great day.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, bye, everybody.
Have a good night. Peace.